Hi everybody! Welcome back to Amber on a Bridge. Oh, my air conditioning's on. Today I am going to be filming a September TBR because I tried filming an August wrap-up and it was boring. There's just not a lot for me to talk about in the wrap-up. I read one physical book and listened to 15 audiobooks, 11 of which are part of a series I did a separate video on. So there's no point in me going on about them. If you want to know more about any of that, just check my Goodreads. I've got the information down below. The physical book that I read is Fledgling by Octavia Butler. Love her so much. She's great. And if you haven't read anything by her, then you should, because she's great. Like I just said, ignore the wine. So I decided that I would mention that, as I just have, in a September TBR. I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing with buddy reads, with book clubs and reading groups and stuff like that. Without further ado, here we go. The first book is Last of the Mohicans by James Fenimore Cooper. I am buddy reading this with Sue over at the restricted section, and we both hate it, and it's terrible, We started it, we've been working on it, we've got a little bit to go. Next book I am also in the middle of is The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. I've been really enjoying this book. It's on the engaged readers list that I am going to be working through with my cousin and a friend of mine. This is the first book on the list. Pretty cool. I'm digging it. I have been in the middle of this book, The Two Towers by J.R.R. Tolkien, since June. I have kept putting it aside for read-alongs, buddy reads, book club books. I have not had a chance to return to this yet, and I want to. I really, really want to finish this book this month. I'm hoping to finish Return of the King by the end of the year. I haven't gotten very far into this one yet, but I love the language. It's gorgeous, and the story is interesting. I haven't had a chance to get to it, and it's really kind of upsetting, actually. I'm a little perturbed. Next book is The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie. Everybody else in my book club finished it already, but we're not meeting until the 20th, so I've got time. The next book is The White Witch by Elizabeth Gooch? Who knows? I mean, some people know. I'm not one of them. Claudia over at Spinster's Library was talking about how it's on her TBR, and I commented about the fact that I've had it for about 10 years and haven't read it yet. I got it from my high school when they were getting rid of stuff, and she was like, oh, wow, that's a long time. Want to buddy read it? And I was like, sure. So we're going to be starting that pretty soon here, and that'll be a good time. I am also hoping to finish Zoo City by Lauren Bukes. I am reading that as an ebook presently on my Kindle app. The next book that I would like to read is Small World from the Lock and Key universe. It's not part of the canon. It's an additional story. I love everything about that universe, everything about the world, everything about the history, all of it. And I actually borrowed this from my friend Kyle, and I've had it for a while now, and I really want to read it and get it back. I've just kind of had that itch. Speaking of itches, I really want to read Kabuki, Circle of Blood by David Mack. Look at this cover. The cover is gorgeous. I just love everything about it. I'd seen the 5th volume of this. I don't know if I want to drop, a significant chunk of money on an impulse buy that's the 5th in a series, because that would require owning the first 4 in the series, and I don't know if I like the story yet. So I decided to go home and get the first volume. I was drawn in by the name Kabuki, which is a form of traditional Japanese theater. If you don't know this about me, I'm a little interested in Japan and its culture and everything, so I don't believe that David Mack is Japanese. He could be. I don't know anything about him, but based on the name, I'm gonna guess not so much. I may check out a couple more Doctor Who audiobooks over the course of the month. Wow. So that's my September TBR with like a shout out to my August wrap up. I'll include the video for the Doctor Who audiobook series that I listened to, which I did a full review on, and I will include that in the link down below. There's 4 other Doctor Who audiobooks that I listened to in the month of August, and those are on my Goodreads if you're interested in, you know, what they are or how I rated them. I didn't review them or anything, and I probably won't. They're just fun, you know, Doctor Who additional stories, and they're a good time. Thanks for watching my video. If you like what you saw, like the video, comment below, tell me your thoughts. Do you want to read any of these? Have you read any of these? Any other, I don't know, recommendations for stuff? I probably won't get to it for a while, but I'll add it to my eternal TBR and I'll get to it eventually. I'll leave all the links to ways to communicate with me down below if you don't feel like commenting. And remember to read responsibly.